Hello and welcome to the show. I am Joe Tophat. In the past, I made videos listing 5 reasons why Toy Story 4 and Lightyear suck. I've even reviewed both of the holiday specials. So it's about time I talk about the movie that made Pixar the powerhouse it is today. So without further ado, let's begin. The movie starts off with Andy playing with his toys. We learn right away that his favorite toy is a pull-string cowboy doll named Woody, voiced by Tom Hanks. This opening does a great job at showing the bond between the two. The song You Got a Friend in Me helps capture this feeling. A lot of people like to make fun of Randy Newman's singing and songwriting style. Yet I can't think of anyone better to do this song than him. Woody finds out that Andy's mom decided to move Andy's birthday party to today. He decides to call for a staff meeting to let the other toys know. One of the things that makes this movie so good is how natural the story flows. We see Andy playing with his toys. Then we see Andy's mom set up the birthday decorations. And we learn that not only they're celebrating it early, they are moving as well. Because Woody is with him, he learns about this change. We also learn that Woody is the leader of the toys, since he's the one who told everyone the coast is clear and is the one to call for the staff meeting to begin with. We also learn about the other toys and their personalities. Slinky is loyal to Woody, Bo Peep is Woody's loving girlfriend, Rex is an insecure dinosaur, Mr. Potato Head is sarcastic, and Ham has a lot of funny one-liners. Ham has always been my favorite side character in Toy Story, since he often has the funniest lines. Anyway, I remember the first time I saw the staff meeting scene, I didn't understand why Woody didn't just start off with the news about the birthday party. After seeing it so many times, I understand what Woody is doing. He knows that the other toys are going to freak out when they hear the news, so he tries to ease into it. I love how he tries to downplay the importance of this by calling it a minor note and try to move on to another subject. The writing for this movie is brilliant. All the toys freak out upon hearing this news, worried that they're going to be replaced and sold at a garage sale. Woody assures everyone that nobody is getting replaced, and sends the toy soldiers down to the party to calm everyone down. At first they report there was nothing to worry about. The first present was a lunchbox, and the second was bed sheets. I love how Mr. Potato Head said, "Who invited that kid?" upon hearing about the bed sheets. Knowing that Andy's big present is a Buzz Lightyear action figure, I always assume that's a Buzz Lightyear lunchbox and bed sheets. Even though Woody assured everyone that no one's getting replaced, it looks like Woody is being replaced by Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Tim Allen. Buzz isn't trying to take Woody's place. In fact, he doesn't even know he's a toy. Woody grows jealous of him because of all the attention he's receiving from Andy and the other toys. At first, Woody thinks Buzz is just acting like a real space ranger. That is, until he learns that Buzz actually thinks he's a real space ranger. He uses this information to make fun of him. It's here we meet the villain, or antagonist of the movie, Sid. He's a mean kid who loves to destroy toys just for the fun of it. A lot of people like to defend Sid's actions by saying that he doesn't know that the toys are alive. I don't really buy this explanation, since the movie makes it obvious that Sid is not a good kid. Ham even states that he must have gotten kicked out of summer camp earlier this year, indicating that he likes to cause trouble. While the movie never tells us why Andy's family is moving, I've always assumed that Sid and his family might be one of the reasons why. Now I'm going to talk about the part where Woody accidentally pushes Buzz out the window. But first, I want to talk about how it was originally going to play out. For those of you who don't know, in the original draft, Woody intentionally threw Buzz out the window. He had no remorse about it. In fact, he was downright nasty towards the other toys who called him out. Woody was especially mean towards Slinky, who is loyal to him. The writers were trying to make Toy Story edgy. In doing so, they ended up making their main character unlikable. Nobody liked it. Even Tom Hanks said to the writers, "Man, this guy's a jerk." They agreed and reworked his character. No longer was Woody an egomaniac. He was now a good person who just got caught up in his own jealousy. Yet he never really crosses any lines. Yes, he shouldn't have tried to knock Buzz behind the desk, but he never intended for Buzz to get lost. Andy would have found Buzz eventually had things went according to plan. When his plan started to go awry, nobody is more horrified than Woody. He was even the first toy at the window when Buzz fell out. Mr. Potato Head saw what happened and assumes that Woody did it on purpose. The others go along since they all know Woody is jealous of Buzz. It's hard not to feel bad for Woody in this scene, because you know he never meant any harm. Woody is happy to see Buzz in the car because that means he can tell the others that it was just an accident. Buzz isn't happy to see him, since he believes that Woody did it on purpose. They get into a fight which causes him to get left behind at the gas station. This leads to one of my favorite scenes in the movie, when Woody tells Buzz he's a toy. Earlier in the movie, Woody mocked Buzz for thinking he's real, even using it to trick him. Now, Woody is in no mood for his delusions. He understands how serious this situation is. They could potentially be lost forever. Woody unfairly puts the blame on Buzz, who rightfully informs him that he was the one who pushed him out the window. Again, Woody didn't do it on purpose, but still Buzz is right. The funniest part is when Buzz goes on his delusion that the whole universe is in jeopardy and that Woody delayed his rendezvous with Star Command. That moment of silence from Woody is priceless. Before he goes on to tell Buzz he's a toy, I laugh every time. Though it doesn't take away from the seriousness of their situation. Although Woody is happy to see Buzz leave, he quickly realizes he needs him to get back in the other toys' good graces. So he decides to humor Buzz as they make their way to Pizza Planet. A big flaw that a lot of writers have when telling stories is that they often have characters act a certain way simply because the story calls for it, even when it makes no sense. Toy Story always have the characters act in a way that feels natural, given the situation they're in. Woody makes fun of Buzz when they're safe at home. He has no patience for it when they're lost. And he humors Buzz when he needs him to follow. It's some of the best writing I've ever seen in an animated movie. Buzz's delusions cause him to go into a claw machine where he, Woody, and the green alien are won by Sid. As I've said before, a lot of people like to come to Sid's defense. Some even say he's pretty cool. I do think he's a great antagonist, and the designs for his mutant toys are very creative, but I have to say that when you look at it from the point of view of the toys, these images have to be horrifying. In fact, some might even go as far as to say it's body horror. What makes these toys so eerie is not only the body horror, but the fact that they never say a word, making them more alien, if you pardon the pun, to Woody and Buzz. They don't know their motives at first. They even think they're cannibals. After dodging Sid's dog Scud, Buzz happens to see a Buzz Lightyear toy commercial on TV, proving that Woody is right all along. This hits Buzz hard. His whole worldview has been shattered. I commend the movie for taking this moment as seriously as they did. Buzz tries to prove to himself that he is a real space ranger by trying to fly out the window, only to fall and cause his arm to break off. What makes this image work so well is that it functions on two levels. Buzz is both physically broken and mentally broken. Woody finds him a complete shell of his former self. Buzz's actions are funny at first, but it becomes sad over time. Woody was able to toss some Christmas lights to the other toys at Andy's house. They're actually willing to help him out, until Mr. Potato Head reminds them what Woody did to Buzz. Woody tries to convince Buzz to show himself to the others, but he's too depressed to be of any help. Woody uses Buzz's arm to trick the others. The only toys who aren't fooled are him and Mr. Potato Head. After Woody is found out, all the toys lose faith in him, even Slinky. This movie can be really horrifying when you look at certain scenes from the toys' perspective. Sid's toys fix Buzz's arm, proving they're not evil. Sid straps a rocket to Buzz to blow him up the next morning. Woody is stuck in a basket, and he does the one thing he never thought he'd do, ask Buzz for help. Buzz is too depressed to be of any use. In fact, he doesn't even care that he's going to get blown up. Learning that he's only a toy makes him feel worthless. Woody assures Buzz that being a toy is great. Once again, I have to praise the writers for how well this scene plays out. Both Woody and Buzz's insecurities are on full display in this scene. Buzz feeling worthless and Woody feeling inferior to Buzz. For the first time the two share a connection. It was at this moment that they became friends. They work together to free Woody, but it's too late. Sid wakes up and then takes Buzz to get blown up. Woody pleads with Sid's toys to help him save Buzz, calling him his friend and the only one he has. They agree, and boy do they scare the pants off Sid. I know a lot of people think it's wrong for Woody to traumatize Sid like this, but it's really the only way to save Buzz. Besides, it probably knocks some sense into him. Once free, Woody and Buzz ran to catch the moving van. Buzz ends up stuck in the road. Woody gets RC to save him. The others think he's trying to get rid of more toys, so they tossed him out of the back of the van. They eventually learn that Woody was telling the truth the whole time. To sum it up, they make it to Andy, have Christmas, learn that Andy has gotten a new puppy we'll see in the next movie. Toy Story is a masterpiece. While the CGI is a bit dated, it still looks good. The characters are lovable and the story is very timeless. Many of us are afraid of being replaced by someone who is younger and better than us. Toy Story is a classic movie that gets better each time you watch it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. And don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.